Hello and welcome to another video. Today I am going to share with you my notebooks and how I am using them for the month of June. My Le Mans bullet journal, and I have got it in the gridded, and this is the journal I use to organise my writing life. So in the past I have divided my days up, or my weeks up, like this. I've divided my months up like this, with my tasks down here, and then in a monthly gridded section here. But I have changed it slightly, and it all relates to how I'm using this post-it sheet here, which I will talk about in another video once I've used it for a significant amount of time, so I can tell you how I'm getting on with it. But I still use my bullet journal, my Le Mans bullet journal, to plan things out. So for the month of June, I've got some video ideas that I just throw down there whenever they occur to me. I've got a page of my clients that I've covered up. And then here, I've shown this in a previous video, but this is where I have written down what my goals are for the next quarter plus June. And so it's the third quarter plus June. And I've got my goal here with the 3 projects, and I've also got my second goal here, which is my YouTube project. And then these 2 goals are divided up, like I say, into projects and spread out over the following 30 days, 60 days, 90 days and 120 days. And then I have divided the first 30 days, which is June, up like I have done traditionally, and I've got my monthly layout here, just to give me a rough idea of the sort of things I am going to do on those days during the month. And then down here I have written my projects and divided them up into tasks, although it's not a full list, and that is where the post-its come in. And then I've divided each line of the month into a spread just to see how I could get on in terms of managing my time. And so I'm breaking up my days into my different tasks. Now, it's not working too good at the moment. I tend to forget about it and find that just using the post-it system is enough. But I am sticking with it just to help me plan my days a little bit, but also so that when I look back, I can see what I've done where. So as you can see, this was last week's. I didn't fill it in particularly well as the week went on. And then this is this week's, and I've also done another list here of the videos that I would like to do over the next month. Here is Monday, which is today, the day I'm recording this, and from 10 till 10:30 I did some planning, and then I got an email asking me to go to do something in my local town, and I had to do it. So it throws me out, and at the moment, with our lives being a little bit upside down with some family stuff we've got going on, I have to kind of live with that, and I have to be a little bit more flexible. So at the moment it's not working particularly well for me, but it might do when things settle down a little bit, maybe in September after the summer holidays, but we'll see. We will see. I'm just trying to keep an idea of all my thoughts. So with my videos here, I've got this little piece of paper, and I've also got some video ideas here that I've changed my mind about and I'm not going to do anymore. And I've got my video ideas here, and I'm sure I've got some video ideas in this notebook as well. Okay, so that's my bullet journal. Another notebook that I like to use is this one. It's a Leuchtturm, it's a soft cover, and I'm not quite sure what the official size is, but I will link it down below if you're interested. And in here, what I tend to do is plan out my videos as a script. If we just go to something more recent, I did a kind of update where I am now video a few weeks ago, and I wrote down some ideas of what I was going to talk about here. I don't always stick to the script, but it helps to write it down initially, and then it's up there in my head. And this is where I sketched out how I use Instagram stories as a writer, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points that I made. And then before that I had how I use Instagram as a writer, and again you can see how I divided it up here. How I use Instagram as a writer. Making scones, and this is where I worked out what the scenes were that I wanted to do with the scones. And then this is how I put together my essay for my Patreons, and I did a video on that. This is how I fill in my notebooks for Instagram. The equipment I use to create my YouTube videos. So this is essentially, it's where I flesh out my video ideas. And what I like about it is it's a bigger page than the bullet journal. So you've got that little bit extra to write in, and also it lays flat. I do like a notebook that lies flat, just so that your hand can move across the page and it's not getting caught on a ring or a ridge. So yeah, this is a lovely notebook, and it's quite, well, there's not much left of it. I need to get myself a new one to flesh out my video scripts. The third notebook that I'm using this month is a Moleskine hardback notebook, and it has got some washi tape along the top, and I've written here, which you probably can't see in the camera lens, but it says Burnt Chocolate, which is the name of my novel. And this blue and white spotty washi tape is also the tape that I use to mark out when I have written anything to do with my novel, which you'll see in this journal notebook. I also use the washi tape on pieces of paper that I've done about burnt chocolate, and just so that I know that that is all to do with burnt chocolate. And this is all my plotting for my novel that I'm doing, and I'm actually creating a vlog out of this, and I will be posting that in the next few weeks. I think I'm going to do a writing vlog at the end of every month and share what I've got up to with my writing, so you'll find out all about this in that particular vlog. So that's why there's this piece of washi tape here, and inside I've done quite a lot of plotting here at the front, and this I did ages and ages ago. But more recently, what I do if I've got to a piece of writing that I am struggling with a little bit on the old keyboard, I will slow down a lot and I'll actually handwrite it, just to enable my brain to slow down, because obviously I can type a lot faster than I can handwrite, so it just enables my brain to slow down a bit and to flesh things out that little bit more. So I've got that in longhand, and then here, and again this is going to be in my vlog where I talk about this a little bit more. These are 4 of my characters in Burnt Chocolate, and these are various years, and I'm starting to write some key moments like when somebody's born, when somebody's died, just to enable my head to get around the whole character situation a lot more. And here I have started writing out inciting events, key events, the first doorway of no return, which is all related to the stuff that I've done in here. And what I'm actually going to do is scrap this page and have a new spread and divide it up into more columns, where I'm going to do these 2 in one, but then I'm going to start writing the scenes, and I also want to show what characters appear in that scene as well. And then I want another column with something else in, and I'm not quite sure what that is yet, but just to give me what the character's motivation or something like that is at that particular time. So that is going to be something that I work on this week. So this is one of my many notebooks for writing my novel, and like I say, it's a moleskin notebook. I do find when I'm writing with my Lamy pen that the ink does come through on the other side, and not so much in my Le Mans bullet journal, but it does in the moleskin. However, what I like about this, again, it lies flat, and it's a book I can put in my bag, and you know, it can be as bashed about as anything, but it doesn't matter because it's got this hardback book cover to it. Okay, this is my favourite notebook out of all of them, because this is essentially my journal. It's where I start writing ideas I've got for an essay, or it's where I start writing ideas I've got for a video, or I make lists of video ideas, or I just write what's going on in my head in order to get it out onto paper and therefore out of my head. and it's all useful stuff that might make an appearance in a blog post or in an essay or something later along the line. It's also the notebook I always throw in my bag when I'm doing things like the school run. So if I get there early, instead of scrolling through Twitter or Instagram, I might write something in there that's going on in my head. You can guarantee the day I forget this notebook will always be the day that I need to write in it. So I do try and carry it around with me as often as I can. As you can see, there's a dog on the front. Looks like a Labrador to me. Obviously, I've got two of them, and it's from Joules, which is a UK shop that sells clothes and homeware now, and obviously notebooks. So inside this notebook, I've written all sorts of things, and I will show you where I've used the washi tape. We've got the autumnal tree washi tape, and this is where I have written something that might be useful in an essay all about online creativity. This one is basically just putting my thoughts down. Here again, it's the blue with the white spots, which I've used all on my burnt chocolate notes. This is where I was first thinking about my goals, and this is the only notebook I had at the time, so I just kind of sketched out how I was going to divide it all up into goals, projects and tasks over 120 days. Here I've got some video ideas, that's what this washi tape is. And then here we've got some more burnt chocolate ideas. And then here is all to do with my essays on Patreon for my patrons. And my 5th essay, which I'm currently working on, is all about procrastination. So I made some notes here. I did a little bit of research, and there's more thoughts here and here and then here, and again it's all me. Some of it's relevant to essays and some of it might be something that I flesh out further. And this is one of my drafts, my latest draft for my essay. And again, I've just put the washi tape along the top just so I know at a glance what it is. And I carry that about with me so that I can edit it. I've only edited the first page, look. So I take that with me for when I'm on the school run. So if I've got a cheeky 10 minutes, I will do some more editing on that. Some Patreon ideas there, and then I start writing a few notes on self-publishing, which I've not got a washi tape for. And that's pretty much it for my journal. I started this only a few weeks ago, and it's starting to fill up nicely. So yeah, that's the one I carry about with me everywhere. Now, this notebook is only a very thin notebook. It's one I was given when I did Kate Atkinson's sponsored Instagram post campaign when I travelled down to London and visited various locations for her novel transcription. But I have decided to use this for my own novel, and it is going to be one that I am intending to self-publish. And whenever I say that, I feel, oh, what if I don't do it? What if I don't do it? But that's the intention. This has got its own washi tape colour code, which is the grey with the white spots. And inside, I've literally only done 1, 2, 3 pages. And it's just me starting to flesh out. Basically, the first scene came to me of where a lady called Caroline with her 15-year-old son Billy, or is he 15? He might be 16. And I had the first scene basically come to me in my head on a rainy day, and the windscreen wipers were going, and she was fleeing from something. And then here I started writing that first scene out, and I did some writing sprints, 10-minute writing sprints, and this is my word count. And then on day 2, I did a 25-minute session, and that is my word count. I did 653 in 25 minutes, so that's my total word count. And then I stopped because I want to plan it out a little bit more, because I don't want to just write and write not really knowing where I'm going. I like to plan. I do like to plan. I want to have a very rough plan, a little bit like what I've done for burnt chocolate. I want to do the same for Caroline. It's not got a name yet, this book. I've just called it Caroline for now. And then I'm going to start writing and increasing my word count. I'm going to aim for about 60,000 words for this one. So that's all this notebook is. Whenever something comes to me, I will write it down in there. So that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 notebooks that I am using this month during June. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments how you are using your notebooks this month, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you in my next video. Bye bye.